Hi there and welcome back to Tarot by Fernanda. In today's video we will go over the energies of couples that are either married or do have some type of serious life commitment. So you don't have to be legally married with someone to have a life commitment. You could be living with that person for a long time already. You could have kids with this person. You just know that you have agreement of this is for life, pretty much. So if that's your case, this love reading is perfect for you, and I'm really excited about this. So you will have to choose one of the 4 piles. Just use your intuition to choose, and I'm going to put in a bit the 4 different crystals that you can choose from, and then feel free to pause at any time, and just the timestamps, you can find them in the comment section. Okay, so see you soon. Bye. Hi there, pile number 1. So if you chose this crystal, then welcome. I first want to start with saying that take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a general reading, so not everything will match to the T. I think we're smart human beings, smart souls, so we know what is for us and what is not meant for us. Okay, let's start. So the first energy I channel is your energy. I wanted to know, what is the energy you're currently feeding your relationship with? And we got the Ace of Cups, the beautiful Ace of Cups. So you are definitely feeding your relationship with a lot of emotion. You're feeling everything. You're very enthusiastic about it. It's like, I'm not sure how long you've been together, or for how long, because sometimes you have been together for, like, let's say 4 years, and then marriage life has only been 2 years, right? But no matter how long it has been, you have definitely been always in that lovey-dovey mode. You have always been very open with that person. You like to show your feelings. You are very like an open book to that person. So there's no hiding in here, which I really love to see. So there's no games in the energy you're feeding your relationship with. I really like the Ace of Cups. It's like, also, I feel like this pile, you're very thankful for this relationship. You feel like you're just in love, and not only with the person, but the life that you have with this person, the life that you have built with this person. So looking over your reading, it really feels like you're just very happy with everything you have accomplished, and like your little nest. So I do think some of you do have kids already. So, but again, the energy you're putting out there is very, very beautiful. Then I channel your partner's energy, which is the World. Here, the World is amazing as well. So this person, I think, is doing everything that is working really hard. So although there's no mention of money here, I really feel like this person is someone that is giving all his effort, or whatever she has to give. Most of the time I'm gonna say he, but if you're a guy and watching this, and you know that it's a she or a he as well. And so this person is definitely giving the best they can. They see this entire family that you have built together, like their world. They really feel like that about this. So for them to, again, like, that's what I mean by I'm not sure how long you have been together, because this energy seems like very, very happy, like lovey-dovey type of energy. So then most of the time is when it's just like when it's in the beginning, or if you guys have renewed your vows or something. It's just very young energy that I'm feeling here. And seriously, if you have been married for like several years, or if you have been together for like 15-20 years, my respects to you. I really feel like you two are very in love with each other. Also, from this person, from your partner, I do also have the feeling like they're ready for the next chapter, they're ready for what's next. Because the world is when you come to an end of something beautiful and you're ready to start something new. So I don't know if it's like, let's say if maybe he is ready to start a family, he's ready to have a baby, right? Like maybe that's the energy he's putting in of like, okay, you know what, I'm ready for the next step, let's have a kid, or let's buy a house together, or whatever that is. That's the energy this person is putting in, is I'm ready for this. Now, I wanted to channel also the shadow energy and the light energy. And if you don't know, the light energy is obviously a strength that your relationship has, and the shadow energy is something that your relationship is struggling with at times, or that it's like a blockage. It's an energy that is blocking you and your partner, or you two. So it's always good just to know, so you understand it and work through that energy. Okay, so the shadow energy we got here, well, this is in French, but méfiance is mistrust. So when you mistrust things, and you know, mistrust, being careful is really good when it comes to life or death, when it comes to like the day-to-day. You don't talk to strangers, things like that, and that makes complete sense. But mistrust in yourself, that's what could kill a relationship. That's what could kill your dreams. That's what could stop you from going for what you want. And I really feel like pile number one, you have a lot of mistrust to yourself. You need to ask everyone what they think before you do something that you want to do, even if you already know the answer to it. And this is the thing, they're telling me the shadow energy is mistrust, hesitance. You are hesitant a lot, you hesitate a lot. But the light energy, here we got omniscience, which is when you know already the answers. So your light energy is knowing. When you take a second, you know already the answer. So what they're saying is like, you are someone that is very intuitive to start with. You're someone that is very smart. Okay, so it's really weird having omniscience, which is number one, and then having méfiance, which is mistrust, number 23, together, because it's like you are by nature someone that is so smart. You're by nature someone that is very intuitive, someone that not just smart, is like when people say you're very clever, like, oh, that was clever, that was such a clever idea, I wouldn't have thought of that. That's who you are. And it's weird to see that your shadow or the relationship shadow like together for some reason. When you're with this person, you mistrust everything. You are very hesitant with going after your dreams. You have to ask every single person for what they think, although you know the answers. You're smart enough to know what to do. So that's a light and shadow energy. Then I wanted to channel what does your partner think about you? Okay, so not what does he think about you, but more like, what are the characteristics that he loves the most, or what are the things that he admires about you? Okay, so first we got the beautiful lovers. This is such a beautiful card, number 6, the lovers. Now you can see it. Oh, now you can see. All right, so what he loves is the way that you love, the way that you show love, the way that he definitely does feel like, oh, like we're soulmates. I'm sure that that's how he feels. Like he feels like your connection is divinely guided, and I do feel like it probably is based on your reading. He just also loves the way you love. I think that you are an emotional person. We all have different ways of showing our love, and we all have different like strengths in a relationship. We show commitment, intimacy, passion, and communication. So he really admires the way that you show your love. Then we got the 10 of Pentacles. And you see like a family and the kids in here. So 100%, some of you do have kids. I do feel like your partner loves the way that you treat your kids, the way you are with the kids. Like they love you for you and also who you are as a mom. For some of you, if you don't have kids, it's just that this person loves how perfect you are for like start a new family, like loves the way also that you're nesting in a way of like decorating the place, making your home, if you just move into a new home, like making the home, like making the house or the apartment a home, right? Sometimes I feel like masculine energy, they're not the best at that, and I mean, men and women, we have both masculine and feminine energy, but definitely what I'm sensing for you, you have like really strong feminine energy, and something that he really admires is the way that you decorate, the way that you can make a place feel like home. Like even if it were to be like, if you have to stay at a hotel for like a month, you are what makes it feel like home, and that's something that he really admires. And then in last, we got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, I mean, there's a couple of things here. I think that he admires how you plan ahead of time, how you, it's like, it's this feeling of someone feeling like, oh, it's so cute, or so cute how we haven't even finished doing something, she's already planning for the next thing. That's the feeling I'm getting of someone being like, oh, she's so cute when she starts planning. And although maybe another person will have thought, or in past relationships, they would have thought that was annoying. Like, why cannot you enjoy the present moment? Why do you have to keep planning and wanting more? This person actually thinks that it's really cute, and that it's really cute that you're the one that plans everything, or you're the one that has this great ideas of like, what could you do next as a couple or as a family. So that's something that he really loves about you, something that he admires, some qualities that he admires. Now, something I always tell all of my clients is, every single person you meet in your life, whether it's meaningful or not really, like it was a fast relationship or a fast friendship or whatever it was, we meet that person for a reason, right? So I wanted to channel and let you know what is one of the lessons that you were meant to learn from that connection, okay? From this connection you're in, from the connection you're in right now. What you were meant to learn is, you got number 33 and you got blossoming, and you have this person playing the violin, and then there's flowers everywhere. Like, it looks like very nice fashionable person. And the thing is, what they're saying, what your angels are saying, is that this connection was meant for you to learn to fight for what you want, okay? And I'm actually going to emphasize on that a lot, because there's a lot of the messages your angels have for you specifically is about fighting for what you want and trusting yourself. I know, like, it seems like you have something very cute and sweet going on, something very loving going on, but for some reason, and it's not your partner, it's like sometimes we change ourselves without someone asking us, and we make ourselves small for the sake of someone else, and that person might not be aware that they're having that effect on you. And you got blossoming for like the lesson you're meant to learn from this connection, and then you got strength as what you're meant to learn from this person you're with, right? So this is what you're meant to learn from the connection, why you met this person. It's because you were meant to learn one of the big lessons, one of the many big lessons was blossoming, which is like trusting in yourself, fighting for your dreams. Blossom, sometimes a relationship is such a transformative, such a transformative time in your life, or it helps you transform in a way. So this relationship is going to throw a lot of things to you, a lot of experiences that will force you to grow and blossom to who you truly are meant to be. So I really sense that you're a very sweet person, that you really are like this cute and sweet woman or man, like maybe a very like laid down, very emotional, handsome man, but it's like your angels want you to become like this strong person instead as well, and like understanding that sweetness and strength do not fight each other. They can coexist together. So what you are meant to learn from your partner is strength. And this card specifically, it's when you're so used to be asking for advice to someone. So it's like you have this people that you always go to, and your angels are saying those people are not going to be there anymore. Not in the sense that they're not going to be there, but you should not count on them anymore to take decisions that you can take on your own. And also this card comes out with when sometimes those people may have some may experience some jealousy towards you. Now, it's don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that your partner is jealous, but it definitely is like, and I understand it because sometimes let's explain this with scenario of like friends. Sometimes we are like those outgoing people, and then we have this very shy friend. And as long as she's shy, we're always helping her, being like, hey girl, like you have to do your hair like this, like don't let people step over you, like blah blah blah. You give them all type of like suggestions, okay, and you try to help them nonstop. And sometimes when they actually become strong, and sometimes maybe you too, without realizing, you were being part of the cause why they're so shy and why they make themselves little, and maybe they change and they blossom in a way, or immediate reaction without us wanting to is like, whoa, like I said blossom, but not, you know, blossom like that, or like, why are you thinking too much of yourself now, you're full of yourself, type of thing. Like that's the initial reaction for a lot of people. And then there's communication, and we're like, okay, sorry about that, sorry I reacted this way. But that's the thing, and I think that is something too that may be happening, and I'll explain a little bit more in a bit, because there's a lot of cards that show that you really are growing as a person, or things are happening in your life, exterior or within your relationship. It's not like nothing bad is happening, it's just that more and more it's like they have cheered you up to blossom and to become stronger, and now you are. But sometimes the immediate reaction from the other person is a little bit intimidated now, like don't grow that fast, like it's hard, it's the resisting to the change, resisting to how you're changing. Okay, now I wanted to ask as well, another energy I wanted to channel was, what may be something that at times may block you from feeling satisfied or at peace in your relationship? And we got the Knight of Pentacles, and this is really when there's two things. I think sometimes it's caution, so you're very cautious with everything. You don't want to feel like a fool. So sometimes that may stop you from going to things you want to go after. Sometimes it may make you look like you're too careful, or just too careful. And then another thing is, I do think that for some of you, just because when I asked for clarification we got more coins, and I do think that for some of you, money is something that at times may worry you. I don't know if you have just bought a house, or you want to buy a house, or an apartment, like you want to buy your first home, or you want to plan to have kids, and it's just like money is the one thing that at times does not give you peace of mind. Or if you're part of the first group, I think that it might be that you are someone that's very cautious, and maybe your partner is not, and that may cause friction in there. So that might be something else. Now, I wanted to channel a future energy in here and see what can be one of like major event, not major event, sorry, what could be a milestone? What is the next milestone in your relationship? And milestone is something that's gonna help your relationship, your connection in a very positive way. So we got the Five of Swords here so you can see it. And we got the Seven of Cups. Okay. So this is why I think, again, another reason why I do think that you're gonna, in the future, like coming soon, you're you're gonna become more and more brave to speak up. And I think one of the milestone is you're gonna not give in. There's gonna be some type of discussion that you're just not gonna give in. Maybe you're so used to be like, okay, well, I mean, if you know best, so whatever you want. No more. I think that one of the milestones that's coming your way is you know, not giving in on something and really speaking up your mind and just making it clear to your partner, like in a very sweet, loving way, because that's the type of person you are, but in a very firm way, that you are someone that is strong and you can make your own decisions, and that, you know, you choose to be here every single day. So every single day being with that person, loving that person, it's a choice, and it's a choice that should not be taken for granted. That's really what I'm like, the milestone that is happening. And obviously dynamic is gonna change positively, because again, what I was channeling is a milestone. So yeah, that can only, you know, if you communication can only improve definitely your connection. Now I wanted to know what is, you know, how I mentioned that there's 4 pillars. There's communication, there's intimacy, there's passion, and there's commitment. So I wanted to know and let you know what is one of the pillars that you excel at. And I was not surprised to see that you excel at Cups, which is intimacy. So there's a big difference between intimacy and passion, because passion is that physical attraction that is great to have. It is really, really great to have, but I really believe that it's when you finally have intimacy with someone, when you finally can be intimate, when you can open yourself in a different way than just physical, that you really connect with that person, that you really take your relationship to another stage. So definitely what you excel at is intimacy. You're able to make your partner feel very comfortable around you. I'm sure that he opens up to you a lot. I'm not sure if he does the same thing, but at least that's something that you excel at and that your angels want you to know, and that's something that it's one of your fortes. And seriously, again, intimacy, I think is a very strong pillar to have, mainly if you're ready, if you're already married, or if you're in a long-term relationship. Now, if you're just dating, you know, intimacy is definitely going to take your relationship to the next stage more than passion would. So let me see. Oh yeah, there's something else. So let me end with your angel's message. So we got 2 things. Now this card is in Spanish, but I got French, I got English, and I got Spanish. So the angel's message comes from the Aurora angel, and then she is just reminding you that you're flying really high lately, or you're about to fly really high, meaning that you're gonna start achieving and feeling your strongest. You're gonna be achieving really great things. You are doing really great. And when you fly so high, sometimes people around you may get defensive, may get jealous. Sorry. Again, I don't like the word jealous, because I think that's a confused feeling, but it's when I think jealous is sometimes when you feel intimidated by the other person. And this angel wants to tell you that you should not make yourself smaller. Again, just like this one, just like this card, you know. That's why I really think that that's a big message for you, is that probably you are growing as a person a lot. You're achieving a lot of great things, and if you haven't, or you feel like you haven't, you are, like you truly are, and you will keep doing it. And maybe sometimes maybe your partner may not see it that way, that like clap of all your achievements, but you are doing so much, you're doing everything so well. And sometimes people around you, even the ones that love you the most, like your partner, your family members, they might feel intimidated at times, and this angel wants you to remember not to make yourself feel smaller or be smaller or act like a smaller person, because she wants to remind you that positive change in oneself always affects positively people around you. You just have to wait for that, right? In the beginning, yes, they're a little bit on the defense, but really it will positively affect them. And this is something I always say, actually, like inner growth, there's nothing you can do to change the other person. The only thing you can do is change yourself, in the sense of like grow as a person, work on your conscience, and then automatically, people around you that do want to stay around you, they will change, because you're showing them a different way of doing things. And then another message we got here, inner earth, and then it's you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So again, I do think that, I don't think there's like, by new beginnings, I don't think it's like there's an end to this relationship, because not at all. I really feel like you have something very strong. I think it's more of new beginning of the dynamic of this relationship, because maybe, again, like I said, I think you just look up to him so much, thinking he's the strongest person you know, which, you know, that's fine, but you do that and you make yourself feel smaller, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a new beginning for that dynamic. And that's why I said that one of your milestones is going to be you speaking up finally, you making it clear that you being here, being with this person, is a choice that you make every single day. No matter if you're a mom and you have kids, no one is tied down. No one is ever tied down to anything. Everyone is free all the time. When it comes to jobs, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to family ties, you're never tied. So you being with someone is a daily choice. You being a mom is a daily choice. So it's just you making it clear of like, do not take me for granted. I'm not, you know, I feel like you're a very sweet person, and you're gonna find the right way to communicate that without, you know, having to yell or having to be like rude or anything. You just have to make it clear. And this is why I think it's going to be like, you'll survive. You'll think, oh no, like, did I do something wrong? But he will come around. You'll survive this, and there's going to be a new beginning for the dynamic, which is going to be a better dynamic, seriously. So although you don't see it now, you'll see it soon. So that was pretty much your reading for today. I really loved it. If you have any questions or like any comments, leave it in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram page, tarotbyfernanda.com. You can look at my website, www.tarotbyfernanda.com. And yes, I mean, let me know if you like this, if you want your this reading to be different next time. Just leave me your thoughts in the comments, okay? Well, pile number one, I hope that you enjoy your day, and see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number two. So you're here if you chose this crystal. Perfect. So let me start by saying that you must only take what resonates and leave the rest. We're all small human beings, small souls, so we know, intuitively know when something is meant for us and when something is not, okay? Also, what was I going to say? Well, no, that was pretty much it. All right, so let's start with your reading. The first thing that I did is channel the energy that you're feeding your relationship with right now at the moment, okay? And we got the Hermit, the peaceful Hermit. So in this case, what your angels are telling me is, or what your energy is telling me as well, is that you are in a time of your life that you are looking for answers, you are looking to grow as a person, like you actively are doing your best to grow as a person, to be the best partner you can. I feel like there's a lot of inner growth, and probably I'm gonna have to go back to this card again because there's so much in your reading. It's like such a complex feeling coming from you of you wanting to do your best, to give your best, but understanding that you need some answers and still do some inner work for you to be the best partner that you can. So it's not like there's no like, I'm not saying that the energy that you're putting in out there in your relationship is not like, okay, I'm gonna have to go on a trip to think about myself. No, it's not like that. It's just that you're conscious that you want to grow as a person, to understand why you are the way you are, so you can be the best partner you can. Now, the energy that your partner is feeding the relationship, I actually only used one card, but then these 3 cards came out, and I thought it was so interesting how they're all major arcanas, and I was like, okay, they definitely want all the messages to be here. So we got first the Lovers, then we got the Magician, and then we got the Judgment. Okay, so with the Lovers, I mean, this trio here, sorry, it came in this order. It was the Lovers, then Judgment, then Magician. And there's a couple of energies here, okay? Depending, you know who I'm talking about, if it's your partner or if it's not, but there's a couple of different partners in here. We got the one who what they're doing is feeding the relationship with a lot of love, a lot of love. They feel like, okay, this person is my soulmate. Really feels like, okay, my angels send me towards you, like this is why we're together, like this is a forever type of thing. I mean, if you're already here in this video, it's because you have a long-term commitment, but still, that's how they feel. They really feel like this is a forever thing, and they do feel like the energy they feed the relationship with is like everything is possible, we can make anything happen. Now the thing is also with Judgment, it tells me for some of you, I think it's very few of you, that this person for some reason is working for a second chance, okay? So you will know if this is your case, and then it might explain why you are looking for answers for yourself and wanting to maybe have some space just to figure out what you want. Because I feel like in the beginning when I was doing the reading, I was like, uh-oh, who messed up? Like someone did something, or someone behaved in a way that might have hurt you, or maybe they show you a side that you were not aware of, and you're like, now I have to reconsider things a bit. And the energy they're putting the energy they're putting out there is the one of trying to make up for whatever they did, or whatever miscommunication happened in there. So we got him really being like, I love you so much, anything is possible for us, we deserve a second chance, like we can still make this work. So that's one of the feelings that I'm getting. Now if you're not part of that and you were like, no, nothing has happened in my relationship, then I really just feel like you are just looking to be the best partner you can, and for some reason you sometimes feel like you cannot do it when he's around, or sometimes there's very complex feelings in here. There's a lot of blockages that you have as a person, and I understand that you're trying to work through them, and I'm really happy that you're aware of that, because your angels are letting me know that you're aware of it. And so it's either the first group of like, someone, like something happened, someone messed up, or I mean your partner messed up in a way for you, like to your eyes, and then he's trying to prove you that you guys can have that happy ending and that you deserve a second chance. Or it is that you're just like working on yourself, and this person really thinks like you guys are soulmates, that you're meant to be like together forever and ever. He feels like also the magician, like this is meant, like he made this happen. Like he also feels like he is manifesting your couple's happiness every day. Like that's the feeling I'm getting from it. Some chamomile tea. Now, the next thing I wanted to channel is your shadow and your light energy. So if you're not familiar with shadow and light energy, really the light energy, you can see it as a strength and something that you can keep. If you tap on it, you have a lot of things will be really easy, like on that specific strength for you. Okay, and then the shadow is just something that you have to look into it, because it might be the reason of some blockages, or for you to feel fully at peace, right? But this is like within the relationship in general. So I'm not saying that this is yours or his. It's like this is the strength of your relationship, and this is what you could work on, because it's a shadow, something that could help you have a harmonious, a more harmonious relationship. So first, let me start with the light energy. So you got santé, which it's in French, but it is health, and it's number 15, if number 15 means anything to you. But in this card specifically, it does tell me that you two in that couple, you're very healthy people. You understand that you have to take care of your health. Also, you understand, it's like you two are very like people that are aware of things. I'm not saying that you're necessarily spiritual or into conscience and into like angels and everything like that, but definitely you both take care of your health of your bodies. You understand that whatever you think has an effect on the way you live your life. So your thoughts, your feelings have an effect on your reality. So I think that's a strength of your relationship. Like you two know that, you two are aware of that. And yeah, just I think that you two also know that your health is reflection of how you're feeling in the inside. So in case that you are into that, I will really recommend for you to look into Louise Hay. She has books explaining of like different things in your body, that like if you have cramps, if you have headaches all the time, like that, this is the reason why, right? So I think that you as a couple, you already have that strength, you already are aware of it, that nothing happens as a coincidence. Like your body is a reflection of how you're feeling inside. And now your shadow, we got de la N. So then it's number 25, in case that means anything to you. And N is really anger. Yeah, it's like anger and hate. And again, now anger, something that I think a lot of us know is that there's no such a thing as anger towards someone. It's just a fear, or it's being hurt. So this is again why I'm feeling like maybe if you're part of the group that I said that it's like maybe that if someone messed up, there might be a lot of anger at the moment, because this light and shadow energy is our current energies. So they may not have been present in the past. So again, I think that either someone messed up and there's a lot of anger, or I have this feeling of, again, because you are, if you're part of the other group that, you know, everything is good, I just feel like you're looking for answers, because a lot of things make you very angry. Things that he does, even though they're good things, it's like you get angry at everything. You get angry at him when he tries so hard. You get angry, like you're not, there's something, and you understand that that's not loving behavior. And I'm sure, like I'm sure that you really love him, and I can explain why. Like you do think so too, that you are soulmates. So I do think that the anger is, you're trying to understand why you feel so much anger towards him, or towards the action, or the way he is. Yeah, there's some fears in there, or some hurt that might be in or her, that might not be him doing anything to you, but you understand that you do have to explore those blockages, maybe something from your childhood. You know, that's gonna be some inner work that you have to do. But I do see that you're doing that work and that you're aware of it, which is something I really applaud all the time. Now, I wanted to go over, what does your partner admire the most about you? What does he like? Or, well, yeah, what characteristics does he admire the most? We got first the Four of Pentacles. We got the Nine of Cups. And then we got the King of Cups. Now, I feel like what he really admires of you is how grounded you are as a person. You're very grounded. You are very good with money. Well, not very good with money. I'm not necessarily like you're great at saving. I think it really is more like you're grounded. You're grounded. You plan ahead of time. You take care of those that you love. Yeah, I do think that it's more like what I'm feeling about this card, about your energy, is more that you're someone that is grounded. Then we got the Nine of Cups. From here, it's like I really feel like he really enjoys, he really likes when he can make you feel satisfied, and not in like a physical way, but it's just that it's like he really likes you, or like admires when you're like, yes, I did it. Like, you know, sometimes when people say like, oh, I really like when you're mad and you do like this specific, you give me this specific look, or when you did something like evil and you give me this evil smile, right? It's something like that. Like what I'm channeling is that he really likes when you are very satisfied when you accomplish something and you're like, huh, I knew when I could do it, type of thing. And it's just when you're like that, when you're at your most, when you have this essence of being satisfied with yourself, that's what they like the most as well. And then we got the King of Cups. For some of you, I think it's like what they like is how mature you are when it comes to love, when it comes to your feelings. Again, if you're doing some inner work, I think it is because you understand that everything has a reason, right? You cannot just be angry at someone all the time when they haven't given you a reason to be angry at. So it's like you have this old soul. I think that that's what they really admire. It's like you have this old soul, and that doesn't mean that you're not childish sometimes, or that you're not immature at times. It just means that you have some qualities that it really is like an old soul, and part of your reading does show me that as well. So I think this is why you strive for growth, because you probably have been in this life several times, you know, and you have had several lives. So for you like just to speed up the process of, okay, let me it's like sometimes it's uncomfortable for you to feel those human emotions, like anger, because you just want to get to the point in which you are just fine with everything in life. Yeah, that's like what I'm sensing. Now let's go to the next thing. I do believe that we always meet our partner for a reason. There's always a lesson. So yeah, let's go to the lesson from this connection, and then the lesson you're meant to learn from him specifically. Okay, so the lesson for this connection, we got number 29, which is hunger, and you can see this wolf and the full moon. So the lesson you're meant to learn from, what your angels are saying that you're meant to learn from this relationship, this long-term commitment, is being okay with your shadow, your shadow self. And I think that it's like, you know, sometimes we have this very angry thoughts or like negative thoughts that we sometimes are scared that we even thought about it, and we are like, wow, if this person knew that I ever thought that, he would like be so mad at me, or he will leave me, or he will think I'm like this or horrible person. I really feel like that's what you're meant to learn, in the sense that we all have those thoughts at times. And for you, I think you jump so quick to conclusions that you might be a bad person or something like that, because what you're meant to learn from this connection is that you have to accept your shadow self. You have to accept those parts of you that you're not comfortable with. Just like hunger, like you recognize what you're hungry for, but you do not let your hunger decide your life, right? So like, think of vampires, like when, like those love stories of like the vampires falls in love with this human, and he doesn't let his hunger kill the person he loves, right? He accepts that he has a weakness, but does not let that weakness, or what he thinks is a weakness, to take control over his love or his life. So that's pretty much like, it's pretty much that. And then also something that this card always reminds me, it's that story of the two wolves, in which there's this kid that is asking that like is talking to his grandparent, his grandpa, and his grandpa is trying to explain to him what is the difference between evil and good, or something like that. Like the kid asks, how do I make sure that I'm good, or that is like I'm a bad person? So then this, like the grandpa is like, we all have two wolves inside of us. We got a white good wolf, and we got a black bad wolf. And then the kid is like asking his grandpa, like, and how do we know who wins? And then he says, whichever you feed. And this is the thing, we all have our light and we all have our shadow. And I feel like you really struggle with feeling like a good person at times, and you really struggle, sometimes you think really bad thoughts, or what you think are really bad thoughts, and you just think that you're a bad person because of that. And don't let those type of thoughts, don't keep feeding those type of thoughts in you. That's not something that it will help you at all with this relationship, with any friendship, with any family ties. You know, that's good that you're doing some inner work to understand those blockages more. Now, the lesson you're meant to learn from him, right? So why you met him, like there's a reason why you had this relationship, but why you met him is because there's some mirror work all the time, and there's something we can learn from another person. And what you're meant to learn from this person, we got here initiation. It looks like a dream catcher. Actually, it is a dream catcher. And pretty much this card, the energy that is speaking up is the pursuing your life path. So I have a feeling this person is on his life path. This person is on his life path, and I think that this is why he's so calm about like the relationship with you, and he knows what he wants, and he's on his life path. And what he's meant to teach you is what is meant to do is initiate you on your life path. So meeting him, being with him, you've seen him, how like that someone can be on their life path, because we all came for a reason into this earth. And when we're on our life path, walking on our life path, we can always be at peace. Doesn't mean that everything is perfect, but it's just we are doing what we came to do here on earth. So he is on his life path, and you're meant to learn that from him. Yeah, that's really interesting. Now I wanted to channel the energy that might at times, like what may frustrate you at times, what may be a reason for you to be frustrated with this person, or maybe what may be a reason for you not to be at peace at times, or feeling at peace. So we got the Two of Cups, and we got the Four of Wands. So now I really think some of you, like most of you that picked that pile, you guys are not married. You are not legally married, okay? You don't have that ring that I guess a lot of women wants to have. Like I personally, that's not something that attracts me, but I understand that a lot of women do want that. And if you pick this pile, I feel like 80% of people that pick this pile, you're not married, and that's the thing that keeps you up at night at times. No, it doesn't keep you up at night. It's more like you may not feel at peace sometimes, or you may not feel 100 satisfied in your relationship. Has to do with marriage. You want that damn ring. You want that real commitment, that house, that, you know, you want the whole package, and you know that this person is your soulmate. So you're just being like, damn, like, we're soulmates. Why the hell don't we are, you know, for everyone's marriage, why the hell are we not, you know, together that way? I think that's 80% of you. Others, I think is, no, actually, I think all of you, it really is, either you're not married, and if you are already married, I think I hear the word vows. Sorry. Like, maybe your partner made very specific vows and he's not keeping up with those. So maybe he made a promise to you of like, when we marry, we will get this, we'll do this, blah, blah, blah. And he hasn't been able to get to it. Or maybe if your wedding was supposed to be during this whole situation, like in the last year, and it didn't happen, you're just frustrated at the fact that you didn't get to celebrate that union. So that is what I'm seeing. I don't feel like any of you feel like maybe this might not be the one. That's not a feeling I'm getting from it. Now, yeah, so let's go to what is the next milestone happening in your relationship. And so for those that wanted that damn ring, we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. And this person, definitely what's coming next, this person is bringing, like, offering you something. He's being very cautious about it, so he's taking his time. And by cautious is not that he's not sure. It might be something to do with money, it might be something to do with time, or maybe location. But this is really just telling me that he's taking his time. So I think it will come within this year for sure. But that's the next milestone that's happening in your relationship. He's going to offer that one thing that you have wanted or dreamed for since you were a kid. If you are one of those people that you want to get, like, have the whole marriage festivities. So that's coming. That is definitely coming. And yeah. Now, wait, they're saying to go back to this. Nine of Pentacles and oh, okay. So for those that this reading was more of a, there's obviously an issue going on with within your relationship. Maybe he messed up in some way, and you had to reconsider whether this is the relationship you want to be in or not. I do see him making like a very grand gesture that knows that to your eyes will mean something. So it's not going to be just like anything. It's going to be something that he knows that will mean something to you, something maybe from your childhood. But also I do feel like if there was ever separation between you two, you will get together. There will be a second chance for you two. Just letting you know. And again, now you have free will, so if you wouldn't want to be with this person again, that is 100% up to you. Your angels never force you to anything. This is just the energy I'm channeling at the moment. Now, I was asking to know what is, there's 4 pillars in a relationship. We got communication, we got intimacy, we got passion, and we got commitment. Now, it's great to have those 4 in a relationship so things work out great. And so what I wanted to know from your angels is, what is the pillar that you're really good at, the one that you're excelling at the moment? And we got the 3 of Swords. So it has to do with communication. So communication is your forte. Now there's a there's something in here. Three of Swords, it's usually like a broken heart, and for me this is telling me that it's like you're really good at communication and you know very well when you're hurting someone. So sometimes that's the one thing. You may have a lot of anger, you may you sometimes let yourself get carried away, and you might be very hurtful. And it's weird because communication is you understand the importance of communicating with your partner, like you know that, and sometimes you're the person that initiates the communication and then you end up being the one that is being harsh. So I think your angels just want you to think about that, to reflect on it. But for those that does not apply, you're just really good at communicating. That is obviously helping your relationship. I think that it's sad when people can no longer communicate. There's so many misunderstandings, and it's great that that's your forte instead. Now, to end your reading with, I'm just going to give you two angels messages. So the first one is from an angel, Ray. Sorry, this one is actually, this deck is in Spanish. And then we've got the second message is the messenger. Now, what this angel is trying to tell you is that at this moment, exercising, meditation, yoga, anything that may help you clarify your thoughts is what you should be doing. They really recommend you those, like exercising, exercising or doing some yoga, doing some meditation. It doesn't have to be meditation. If you don't like that, then do some yoga, do some type of exercising that you feel like when you do that, some type of activity that you know that when you do it, your thoughts become very clear, right? So they're telling you that they really want you to be doing some work, like do some activities, even if it's drawing, painting, whatever it is. And then also they wanted you to know that part of your goal, not your goal, but in case that when I mentioned life path, you were like, like what am I supposed to do in this world? Like, what is my life path? Well, they give you a hint, a bit of like what you're meant to do in here, and in whatever you do, or just maybe it doesn't have to be your job or anything like that, but in the day-to-day, one of the things you're meant to do in this world is bring masculine energy and feminine energy together in harmony. Somehow in the day-to-day, spread that harmony in the world when it comes to the masculine and feminine energy, because I think in this world there's always this fight with feminine and what we think feminine energy is and what we think is masculine energy, and we always want to compare it. We do not embrace the difference, and we don't embrace the fact that we both have the masculine and feminine energy. So you're meant to do something like your life path, or for your soul to feel accomplished, you have to spread that harmony in the day-to-day. And I do think also that balance is coming your way as you start doing that inner work. So that was pretty much everything I had for you. If you have any question, any comments, leave them in the comment section. And feel free to follow my Instagram page at Tarot by Fernanda, and also check up my website www.tarotbyfernanda.com. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3. So if you chose this crystal, then welcome. Let me start by saying that just take what resonates and leave the rest. We're all smart people, smart souls, to know when something is meant for us and when something is not. So use your intuition and your gut feeling to discern what is for you and what is not. Now, that said, let's start your reading. The first thing I did is I channel your energy and your partner's energy. To know what energy are you feeding your relationship with, what energy is he feeding the relationship with. And for you, we got the Queen of Wands, the beautiful and powerful Queen of Wands. And then for him, we got the Two of Wands. So already it was curious to see that you both are represented by wands, right? That type of energy, which is fire, passion. But for you, really, do you think that that's how you're feeling your energy, with a lot of passion, power? Like, I really think you have a very strong personality, and you go and get what you want, and that's like sexy, passionate personality that you have, that fiery energy. That's how you're feeling your relationship with. What else? You seduce, and that is the energy you're feeding your relationship with. And for him, with the Two of Wands, also has to do more with passion and fire, but I do feel like he is someone that right now, in this point of his life, he is thinking, what is his next step? He might be in a reflection mode, so maybe right now he's not contributing too much to the relationship in that sense. The energy is more like he's thinking of what is the next step for, I don't know if it's for this relationship, I really feel for him. So you might feel like he is too much in his thoughts at times. For some of you, it could be someone that you always feel like this person is never satisfied. Like, the second that he gets something, he's already thinking of the next thing, and so on and so on. And that can be tiring and exhausting, because if you're not that type of person, and you're the type of person that actually enjoys the present moment, then that can be sometimes tiring for you. But right now, what I see is like you two are actually really, like, you probably have a very great physical connection. Now, to continue, I channel your shadow and your light energy. So not yours, but your connection. So what shadow, what light energy you have, if you're not familiar with what that is. Your light energy is energy that it's already a strength within your connection, that if you tap on it, it's just gonna make your connection grow stronger. And your shadow is something that you might have not wanted to be looking at. You have been attempting to avoid, but the best thing to do is work on it, okay? Otherwise it will just do harm later on. So the first one is number 8, which is harmony. So that's your light energy. So yeah, it's just like harmony is something that having a harmonious environment, a harmonious relationship is like, things can be so nice, so peaceful. Like, there's a lot of harmony in your relationship. And also I think harmony comes when two people really understand each other, and they're connected, and they know what to do, what not to do, what could piss the other person off. And so, and the thing that was really, again, I don't believe in coincidences, so I thought it was very weird, very funny, is that your shadow is here. You got la guerre, which is in French, but it's the war, and it's like being in constant fight. So how is it that you have harmony and you have fighting? So it's like you maybe have all the tools and the relationship to be always in harmony, yet for some reason one of you two always choose war, always choose to be in constant fighting. Like, this is another thing that I'm getting. For some of you, you might be two people that are very passionate, and you really like that fighting, and then again make up sex, and then fighting again, and all of that. And although it's obviously it's something that really you like a lot, or he likes a lot, your angels are telling you instead have harmony. Like, that being in constant war may at some point bring some negative effects in your relationship. And yeah, just understanding that violence never will solve anything. And also for those people that you feel identified, when I said of like you're that couple that likes to fight a lot and then make up, just understand that one day that fight will be too much, that fight will be so hurtful that you will understand that, okay, maybe we haven't been having the best or the healthiest dynamic going on. Now, let me just drink some tea. So what are some characteristics about you that your partner loves, that your partner really likes about you or admires? And we got first the 5 of Cups. We got Death. And we got the Knight of Cups. So what these cards are really telling me is, okay, I think, again, I do feel like you are very intense, passionate people. And for some of you, what your partner likes the most is how passionate you are. Not how passionate you are, how intense you are. How intense you are with your feelings, how extreme you are with your feelings sometimes. Again, but that's something he really admires of you. For some of you, which I will say how intense you are with your feelings, that's 80% of you. Then 20% is some of you, your partners really love the fact that you don't dwell on the past. This will be reversed, will be that you don't dwell on the past, that you can let things go very quick. But then for 80% of you, I really feel like what they like about you is how intense you are about everything. How intense, how you won't let go. Like you will remember things that they did and maybe start a fight because of that. And they just like that intensity. Just letting you know. And then second we got Death. And I really think it's because, again, I think it has to be with how intense you are. And Death is also rebirth. I think 20% of you, they really like who you become every single day. They really admire the fact that you're constantly changing all the time. You are open for change. You're someone that, they might have married one person and then 2 years from now you're not the same person. Like you're a different person because you have grown a lot, and they admire that from you. They admire that you're not scared of metaphorical death. That you're not scared of rebirth, you're not scared of change. Now, 80% of you, I do think that really what they admire is how intense you are, because Death, number 13, it has a karmic energy and it's a very intense one. And Scorpio has tendency of being very intense. The shadow self can be very jealous, can be very possessive. And Scorpios, because I'm a Scorpio, we tend to show other people how intense feelings can be. It's like, let me show you how deep you can feel things. And that is something that I know as well. People have told me, just like once that someone shows you that, it's just, there's no going back. So I really feel like that's something they like. They like how intense you are and how you have opened their eyes to a completely different way of thinking, different way of feeling. Yeah. And now third, we got the Knight of Cups. So that's just how, like, again, it's that romantic, flirty person. And they just like that. They like that you're always flirting, you're always seducing them. Again, like I said, I got that feeling from, that you're someone that likes to seduce. You're very sensual, very strong personality. So there's that. Now, I always believe that everyone is in a relationship with someone and we meet that person for a reason, right? We have that experience, the connection being that an experience to learn a lesson. And for you, you got number 27, which is release. So from this relationship, not him in particular, this relationship as a connection is meant to push you to release any bad habits, any patterns, being able to first be able to see what are your unhealthy patterns and release them, and understanding that they're not going to do any good in the long term. And I see that you're a very intense person, and intensity can be very good. But it's just sometimes if you're in constant war all the time with that person, if you cannot be, if you're not able to find a way of being in harmony and being at peace in your relationship and still find it interesting, you need to understand, okay, is this a pattern? Is it something I always do? Do I need always to feel like it's all or nothing in my relationship? Otherwise I get bored. Like, what is it? You need to find what is that pattern and release it. Now, what you're actually meant to learn from him, right? We got this card, which is higher knowledge, the owl. So you're meant to learn from him on, oh yeah, you are meant, I don't know what he does in his life, I don't know what his profession is, or really his personality, but it's like being with him, being around him will give you the courage to go after something you want, something that only you have a very creative way or your own way of doing it. So I'm not saying necessarily that it has to be something creative, but it's just that you will go after something that you know that you have been good at. I guess you never understood that that was like, you know, something that could be a profession or something that could actually make you money or something that was even worth putting your time in. And from this person, you will learn that there's things sometimes when you feel that, like, I was gonna say tingle in your heart, but you know, that warm feeling whenever you see something that's what you like to do, that is your soul telling you, I want to do this, I want to do it too. Or sometimes there are things that you feel this warmth and it's just your soul trying to communicate with you, like, please, like, look at it, think, reflect, there's something in there for you. And it's all like small clues for what you're supposed to do, that only you have a very unique way of doing. So yeah, so he is meant to open your eyes to that. He's meant to guide you in a way. Now, I wanted to ask, I wanted to know, and I wanted to let you know what might be something that may stop you from feeling satisfied in your relationship. What may be something that may stop you from feeling at peace in your relationship at times, right? We got the 6 of Wands. And we got the 4 of Cups. Now, remember that we talk about patterns, like unhealthy patterns, and you have to release those. So I do think some of you always tend to, although everything is perfect in your life, everything, again, nothing is perfect, but although you have such an amazing environment, you have such a great relationship, a great guy, great friends, great family, you always find a reason not to be in the present moment. You always find a reason not to be satisfied, not to be happy, not to be grateful. And that's one thing that you really have to work on, being grateful, because 4 of Cups doesn't go away. You know, you can be with someone else, you can stop being, you know, maybe you can cut ties with a friend and then make new friends, but if always that feeling is like, I'm not satisfied with what I have, it's just gonna keep happening and happening. This is not something that stops you. Really, when 4 of Cups comes, it's this feeling of nothing is ever enough for you. You may feel bored very quick, and you know, the universe may be sending you so many good things and you don't know how to appreciate them. And the more that happens, the less, like, the more incidents of you being ungrateful take place, the less they're gonna send you. And I'm telling you, because I have gone through this as well. You know, sometimes we have the most amazing environment, like situation going on, and I'm not talking about relationship, this is about anything, and it's just, you don't feel happy, you don't feel satisfied, you're not grateful. And if you keep going that direction, those blessings that are coming your way from the universe are gonna stop. And so it's good that you know that. And then another thing, so that might be something that may make you feel at times unsatisfied with your relationship, is just, you have to know that you have something good, because this comes out when you have something good, yet you're not appreciative about it, or you don't think it's good enough. Now, we got the 6 of Wands. I feel like for some of you, your success is bothering you, like the lack of success. Or so there's a couple of scenarios here. Seems like some of you may wish they were at a different point of their lives and they're not there yet, right? And then they fail to be grateful to what they actually have right now. Now, I feel like some other people may feel uncomfortable with the success of their partner. They may just feel uncomfortable of how successful he or she is, and that just rubs them off the wrong way. So that could be another thing. So just reflect on that, because none of this has anything to do with something actually going wrong. It has to do with how you are feeling, how you're letting some thoughts get to you, right? Now, I was asking about the next milestone in your relationship, something that will affect your relationship very positively. And I had to get several cards because it was a bit confusing in the beginning. So we got the 5 of Pentacles. Then we got the 4 of Pentacles. Then we got the Wheel of Fortune. And then we got the 9 of Wands. Now, one second. So pretty much, there's more than one message here, just letting you know, and then you decide which one is yours. So it feels like the next milestone for you, I think some of you as a couple, you have been having a rough time when it comes to money. You might have had to tighten the belt a little bit and had to be constantly saving money, just making sure that you will have enough for the next month or whatever that is. But there's gonna be a breakthrough when it comes to money. That might be a reason or something that was bothering you or him on your finances, right? But there's gonna be a breakthrough. Your angels really are being very clear that if you were having rough time, luck is changing, and your luck is changing on your, luck is gonna be on your side. Do not give up yet, because you're almost at the very, very end of the road. Do not give up yet. Because see here, obviously this is a very rough time. This is when you think there's scarcity. And then we got the 4 of coins, you're being very protective about something. You think something has to be so protected because it's so fragile. So that could be also your relationship. So if you feel like maybe your relationship has not been at its strongest lately, that it has been, the health of your relationship has been down, your angels are telling you not to give up, because luck is turning 100% on your side. Now, something that it's always good to know, it's knowing about the 4 pillars in a relationship. So it's always 4 things that are really important in a relationship, that if you have it, then obviously you will have a very stable relationship. One is commitment, passion, communication, and intimacy. So those 4. And I was asking your angels, what are you what do you excel at? What is one of those pillars that you excel at? And they said that you excel at, here we got represented by coins, so that's commitment. So your forte, your strength is definitely commitment in the relationship. You're committed to it, which is really great. You know what? I do think there's some unhealthy habits and patterns that you have to realize, but you really want to be with this person and you do not give up on people. So I do have, definitely commitment. And for some of you, if you feel like that does not resonate with you, then maybe you're not someone that commitment comes very easy. For you, it's that your forte is showing your love to your loved ones through gifts, through monetary, not monetary, through physical gifts. So you know how there's different language of love. So for you, it is monetary, not monetary again. Why I keep saying monetary? You like to give gifts, pretty much. That's what it's saying. And now to end your reading, I'm just giving you 2 messages from your angels. So we got the angel Adriana, which is in Spanish, and then your life is a canvas. Now, your message is pretty much, it's saying that your angels are aware that you have been praying lately, or you have been asking for help, or maybe you haven't directly asked them for help, but they know that you need help. Not that you need help, you have been wanted some type of help, some divine help. And they're just saying to please pay attention and to listen, because they're trying to communicate to you through your intuition, through your thoughts, and through your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams mainly, I will say. Your thoughts, sometimes there's words that come to mind, and I know that they were not my words. So write them down. Your dreams, try to write them down as well. Sometimes numbers and songs. I'm not someone that remembers lyrics that well, so I feel like my angels will never communicate through songs, but there was a time in my life that they kept communicating with songs non-stop, and I was like, okay, I guess now I'm gonna pay attention to songs as well. So whatever is your thing, if it's dreams or songs or numbers, just pay attention, because they're trying to communicate with you to give you answers and guidance on those things that you have questions about. And then just telling you, they also want you to really accept your creativity. Again, I do feel like you might be a very creative person. You might be like, again, it doesn't have to be like you're not a painter or something like that, but you could do something that is really cool. I feel like you have this really cool talent that you just don't think the world needs it yet. They do, and you could make money out of it. So they're just saying that your life is a canvas, and that you can start at any time, and that you have to let your creativity out there. So I don't know why I thought of like tattoo artists, but if it's that you like other things, like there are so many cool things out there that are like a bit creative, and that you might think, oh no one will buy this, or no one will need this type of service, but they're saying that the world needs it. So hopefully this was helpful. Do let me know what you think, what you thought about this reading. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram page for at Tarot by Fernanda, or check out my website, www.tarotbyfernanda.com. Right, bye. At pile number 4, so you're here if you chose this crystal. Perfect. So let me start by saying, well, obviously welcome, but also make sure that you only take what resonates and leave behind the rest. We are very smart souls that we know intuitively when something is meant for us and when something is not. So just use that intuition, that gut feeling, and let's get started on your reading. So what I did to begin with is to channel your energy and his energy, just to know what energy are you feeding this relationship with lately, and what energy is he feeding the relationship with lately. And for you, I got the lovely 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is you definitely are feeding your relationship with the best energy. I believe that you believe that you two are soulmates. You are very thankful and grateful for this relationship. You are thankful for him. You're always pouring so much love. You're making him feel so special. You are feeding your relationship with the best, so lovely vibes, to be honest. So yeah, you are an open book. You're being very, like, you let him know your emotions. Yeah, very beautiful. And then for him, like I said, we got the 7 of Coins. And for this one, it's like he is doing work. He's investing in the relationship. He's, what you're doing is you're feeding your relationship with very loving vibes, with very loving energy. And what he's doing is he's actually feeding with effort your energy. This card, it really represents when someone is, investing, putting the work now so then they can harvest later. So it's someone that is putting the energy for long term. They are putting their efforts, like all the eggs in one basket, and this is telling me there might be some efforts that may not come to him very as like natural, but he's doing them for the sake of this relationship. Okay, sorry, I just needed to change the way I was sitting to a more comfortable way. But yes, I was just saying that he obviously is investing in this relationship. He sees that as an investment, in the sense that for the higher good, for a better future, he is putting a lot of effort. You will know what type of effort that is, but I just can tell that he is making an effort. Sometimes we want our partners to be more like this, more like that, or this is showing me that it might be something that doesn't necessarily come natural to him, but he's doing it because he understands the importance of it. Then I like to channel the shadow and light energy of your energy. Understanding shadow and light is really important so you can grow as a person, as a couple. So the light energy is your strength, like the relationship strength, and then the shadow is that you might try to ignore at times, but pushing it under the couch is not gonna do any good. So we got, for the shadow, we got maladie, which is sickness in French, and that's number 31, in case that means anything to you. And it's just that your angels really want you to know that if at any time you or your partner get sick, maybe get a cold, it's really important for your angels for you to know that anything that happens in your body, it has to do with a repressed feeling. Let's say easy one is when you get a cold, when when your throat hurts. Usually it's because you're keeping things inside. You're not communicating your truth. You're keeping inside things that you want to say, and that might be why you get a cold. So they just want you to understand that the health of anything, your body, the relationship, it's always an opportunity of change. When you get sick, when anyone gets sick, it's a change. It's an opportunity for that person to change their ways, because you can always take drugs to kill those symptoms, but you're not getting rid of the root of it, the reason why you even got sick. So it's the same thing in a relationship. You, by just ignoring it, is not going to do anything. Like putting it under the rock, it's not going to do anything. It's when your relationship is sick, gets sick in a way, it's just a great opportunity for change. And then your light energy, something you can tap on, it's here, number 35, emotions. So there's love, there's joy in here, those really high vibrational emotions. That is something that is your strength within your relationship. I think when you both are connected in a high vibrational level, and you communicate and you connect with each other, and you know that you want to make this work, that you're a team, that's when you are at your highest. And I think that your feelings or him making an effort, it's definitely not a problem for you. Now, the next thing I channeled is how does he feel about you, but what does he like about you? What does he admire about you? What traits, what qualities does he like about you? So we got the 5 of Cups, which weirdly enough, the other pile number 3 got as well. We got the 8 of Wands. And then we got the Page of Wands. Now, for you, it is the 5 of Cups, like what he admires about you, really has to do with how you feel things so deeply, with how deep you feel everything. It's just how you don't give up on someone. That's like what they like about you is how you don't give up, and how you feel everything, and if someone else feels down, you feel it for them as well. That's something that they like about you. Now again, I'm not saying that that's like a quality that will bring you happiness or not. It's just something that he admires about you. Then we got the Eight of Wands. He admires a lot like how when you get an idea in your mind, you make it happen so fast. You don't have to think twice. Probably you're not the type of person that has to plan too much ahead of time. You act on it. You are spontaneous. You are fiery. So that's something they really like about you. And we got the Page of Wands. Again, I do think what he admires about you is that fire energy, that passion in the things that you do. Now, we all come into a relationship to learn something, okay? So the connection itself has a lesson, and then we also, the person we're with, they're meant to teach us something. We're meant to learn something from them. Sometimes it's not something they know how to do, but they don't teach it to us, but we learn it from them, right? Sometimes maybe, let's say that your partner is, and what is the word when they don't like to give things to people, when they just keep everything to themselves? Can't remember the word in English, but they just don't, they're not people that give, right? And maybe because it's to an extreme, he teaches you that it's important to give in life. Although he doesn't know how to do it, this characteristic of him is so strong that you are able to learn the opposite of it, the importance of actually give and be generous with people, right? So it doesn't have to be something that he teaches you, but something that you learn, that your soul is smart enough to learn from him. So let's start first with what you're learning from the connection itself. And what you're meant to learn, we got protection in here. And you see like there's a person, you can see the woman's back, and there's a bird carrying her, and it's number 24, in case if that means anything to you, or number 6. Now protection is like what it says. It's about protecting your energy, understanding that you always have to protect your energy from no matter who, no matter if it's your husband, your partner, if it's a family member. It's always protect your energy. People do not want to harm, like they don't plan harming you in any way, but if you do not protect yourself and you just always have blind trust, then sometimes you're gonna suffer because of that. And it's just really protecting your energy. I do think that you're someone that is very giving. I do feel like you're a very sweet person. Also, I think you are an empath. Just because on some of your angels messages, I do think you have some psychic abilities, some more intuitional abilities that that someone that, let's say, will read tarot will need, or someone that will talk to spirits, or there's so many things that you could do with that like gift. And your intuition is very strong, and I do think that you might be an empath, and you at sometimes you may feel a little bit drained by other people's energy. I used to feel like that as well a lot, and instead you need to start realizing that you need to create like a bubble around you, around your soul, and understand that you can protect your own energy. People cannot freely just take your energy unless you're allowing them to. Okay, so I do think that you need to really start questioning yourself, asking yourself, hey, do I feel drained at times? If yes, who am I around usually? What can I do to protect my energy better? Now, what you're meant to learn from this person, you see 2 wolves, and you see communication. So again, pretty straightforward. What you are meant to learn from him is how important communicating how you feel, what you think is so important. And also, I think sometimes you may have that fear that if you communicate what you think, it might not be heard. But this is telling you what you're gonna learn from this person, or what this person is teaching you in a way.